Student loans, millions of people have them, and today the Supreme Court heard arguments challenging President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan.
Now, if granted, more than $400 billion in student loan debt would be wiped out. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp joining us now live from the U.S. Supreme Court. Rachel, you have been there all day. What are you hearing this evening?
Well, good evening, Mike and Eva. So most of the people that came out to the Supreme Court, they're in favor of President Joe Biden's plans to cancel some student loan debt. They're telling me that it would just uplift millions of Americans, but not everyone's on board.
We have 45 million Americans, young people, drowning in student debt.
While the Supreme Court listened to the arguments over the legality of President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, which would cancel up to $10,000 or $20,000 of student loan debt, people who were in favor of canceling the debt crowded outside the Supreme Court.
There is other people out there that is struggling with student debt, and it's impacting how they live every day.
Tatiana Sowell, who is finishing up her last year in college, worries she too will be faced with student loan debt. On average, the federal student loan debt is $37,000 according to online sources. Under the president's proposal, which is being challenged by several Republican-led states, would allow tens of millions of borrowers eligible for relief.
This decision can impact a lot of people, even people who are about to go to college or is looking into college.
While we didn't hear or see any people at the Supreme Court opposing the plan, concerns about canceling nearly $400 billion in student loans have been raised. Some worry it will have a negative impact on the economy. Others say it's an abuse of presidential authority. But for people here, they don't just want $10,000 or $20,000 canceled. They want all student debt canceled.
So number one is that it's an immoral issue. Number two is, we've been able to pause student loan debt payments for the last 3 years, and guess what? The sky hasn't fallen. So we can do this. And then the third thing is, why can corporations be bailed out when they are in debt? We should be able to do this for ourselves as Americans as well.
Economic mobility of over 40 million people.
So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer until we find out we're going to have to wait until summer basically until we find out that Supreme Court decision on this issue. Mike, Eva, back to you.